I'm back to hopefully finish my introduction of this The Homeless Woman channel. Now, this is not van life or car life. Um, I don't call it that because when I first moved in my car, it was because I lost my job. Even though I had got another job shortly after, it was paying, it wasn't even paying half as what the other job was paying. I felt like it was unfair. I felt like I don't want to start all over again. When I lost my job, I felt like I lost my identity. I really did. And I didn't know who I was without that job. I think in America, we work so much till our job and our occupation become who we are. And it's not true, you know? Um, I didn't even know a lot of things about myself until I became homeless. So that's why I don't call it car life, because it was, I was a homeless woman. The first time I was called a homeless woman, the homeless woman, it was like a knife in my heart. I said, so that's my identity now, the homeless woman. Um, so I know a lot of people out there are living in their cars and living in their vans and SUVs and whatever else they can live in, tents and stuff. But I want this channel to be specifically for homeless people, because a lot of people are becoming homeless since this this so-called virus. Call it so-called because um, the Most High revealed to me that it was fake. So I believe my Heavenly Father over people, lying mouths. Anyway, um, so a lot of people has moved into their cars, have become homeless over this so-called, you know, virus, and I have actually seen it with my own eyes. I'm like, okay, I have a lot of company out here now. But this particular city that I'm living in, that I'm not going to say, do not like homeless people living here. They don't want it. They try to drive them out as much as they can, and they've been trying for a while to drive me out, and I've been here for 12 years. Actually, it'll be 12 years in May of this year, 2023, and this is February 28th. And so they haven't liked it. They don't like me being here, and I've been through a lot with the police, and I'm going to share that on this channel. Also, I want to share some tips and how to stay safe in your car. Now, I don't know how it feels to be sleeping on the ground, so I can't say, you know, those people that sleeps, that don't have a vehicle to sleep in. I really feel sorry for them, because anybody can walk up to them and do something to them. I have had people to come to my car to do something to me, and I will be sharing that on this channel, and things to look out for, things to do to make sure you stay as safe as possible. um, so I want people to see homeless people as people. Anyone can become homeless. A natural disaster can make a lot of people homeless, and it has in the past. Just because a person become homeless does not mean that they're crazy. They they shouldn't take on all these negative things that come with homelessness, because especially if that person haven't shown you that they are those things, how can you just put that on a person just because they're homeless? That's what has been done to me. All these negative things have been put on me just because I'm homeless. Now, my reason for becoming homeless was, like I said, I had lost my job. I felt, um, I was tired. I was tired of working because I used to work days off. I used to work a lot. And I felt like I didn't want to start all over again. I felt just um, mentally tired, physically tired, emotionally tired. Um, I did not feel like continuing in society, in the workforce. I felt just drained. I felt depleted. I felt like I just could not go on with all the stresses and the worries. I was the type of person that worried a lot, stressed a lot. People would tell me, water off a duck back. And I'll be like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to water off a duck's back. You know what I'm saying? Things will really um, affect me a lot. And I used to think about things a lot, just really stressed. I was like the worrying type of person. So life just it was just too much. I had suffered from depression twice, in '03 and '06, and it was work related. I don't have kids. I never been married, and the time that I was going through the depression, I didn't have no boyfriend. So that's all it was that job. I did get workers comp for '06 depression. I didn't for '03 because I didn't know about workers comp, and I didn't even know I could get it. Everything was new to me. I found out when I went through it a second time. I had a very stressful job. So they said the job that I have was number two on the stress, like just out of the most stressful job. I think it came up number two. Yeah, I think it was two. It was two or three, but I think it was two. So I don't deal with stress really good, and I try to stay away from it, especially now that I'm older and I have high blood pressure. I try to stay from stress. Anyone that causes me stress, or I just try to flee from them as fast as I can, because I can't, I don't want to deal with it, especially at my age. I'm 49. So I want people to see that homeless looks another way. Um, you're going to come across a lot of homeless people now. There's a lot of homeless people are losing their homes. The rent is so high now. A lot of Section 8 people, um, they can't find owners to take their Section 8 vouchers, so they're homeless. And those people should not have to go through um, people thinking that they're all these horrible things that is attached to that title, homeless. I went through so much, and just to think that, all that I went through, and then becoming homeless, and then going through even more, a new set of problems with people stereotyping you. So I do have to say, though, as a so called black woman, and I say so called because I know exactly who I am, um, I have to say that homeless, being homeless, is worse than being a so called black person. I do. It's worse. I have never been treated the way I have been treated being homeless. I have never in my life been treated this way. So horrible. People talk down to homeless people. They think you're dumb. They think you don't know nothing, right? They think they're smarter than you. They think you need to be led by the hand. They think that you need someone to think for you because you know how to think for yourself. Just all kinds of things that how people treat homeless people. I have never been treated like that in my life. And I've been black all my life. But I have never been treated like that until I became homeless. So I have to say being homeless is worse than being so called black. mm, and I don't know what else to say, but I have a whole lot to say. I don't know what else to say in this introduction. Oh, I have a 2003 Toyota Camry. This is what I've been living in for 12 years. Um, 2011 is when I started living in my Camry. I lost my job in 2010. Um, I started back working in 2019. I started working at a gas station. My first time ever working at a gas station. Um, yeah. So I saved my money and stuff. And then I started doing Grubhub, DoorDash, those type delivery type jobs. And I saved my money, and I decided to stay living in my car. And the reason I decided to stay living in my car when I started back working in 2019 is because I had struggled so much financially. A lot of times, like especially in the beginning of my homelessness, I ate out of a can. I opened up a can and ate out of the can. There was times I had to go like almost 2 weeks with nothing but cup of noodles, cup of noodles, cup of noodles. Um, so there was times I had to order from the dollar menu or the $5 menu. Sometimes I didn't even like what was in that $5 menu. Um, but I had to order from the cheap menu. I couldn't fill up my gas tank. I would put $10, $6, $7. Um, I had to wait to do laundry till I had enough money to go and do laundry. So I was so tired of struggling. I had struggled from 2000 and I have to go back to 2010, but anyway, from 2010 to 2019 when I started back working. So when I started working, people were saying, "Why don't you get a place to live? Why don't you get a place to live?" And I was thinking, so I can continue to struggle with a roof over my head? No, thank you. So I just stayed in my car, and I said, well, I can eat good. I can fill my gas tank all the way up. I don't have to be struggling. I can do laundry when I need to do laundry. Um, I have a storage unit. I can pay that without. I almost lost my storage unit one time. It was close. But I don't have to worry about having the money to pay my storage unit. And so I just decided to stay in my car, and I can buy all the things I needed to buy instead of getting an apartment and continuing to struggle with food, with gas. And I was thinking, what if my car breaks down? How am I going to get it fixed or get a because the car is an '03. So I'm like, it's time for a new car. I mean, because I was putting the car in the shop anyway to get things fixed on it. So I'm like, I can't pay all this rent, and then what if I need to get a new car and I can't afford it? Because once I get a place to live, I don't want to ever come back out here again. Being homeless again. I hope and pray that that never happens again. So I didn't want to jump and get a place to live, and then something happens and I come and I be back out here again. So um, I made the decision to stay in my car, and that it was easier because I had a job, I had a source of income. So in 2020, I bought a new car, a new minivan. I always wanted a new minivan. So I got a new minivan, and I eventually started doing Uber and Lyft. And so just about 4 months ago in 2022, November, I bought another minivan. It's a hybrid because boy, those gas prices was killing me. I was paying like $1,000 or more on gas to put in my minivan and in this car so I can have heat when it's winter and AC when it's hot. So yeah, I was putting over $1,000 in my gas tank. So I'm not putting that amount in there anymore because of the hybrid. And I don't run this car as much as I used to. So it's so much I have to talk about. But I know I'm not going to be all able to get it all in this video. Um, but I want to tell you guys about my two other YouTube channels. I have a Etsy shop. I told you I used to sit in Starbucks and crochet a lot. So people used to always say, "Why don't you open an Etsy shop? Why don't you open an Etsy shop?" I eventually got around to it. They used to say, "Why don't you teach? Why don't you teach?" Eventually got around to that too. And so my Etsy shop is called Crochet by Essie, ESSIE, and it's all one word. It's no spaces. So if you go on Etsy, or you can put in on the internet CrochetbyEssie.etsy.com. I also have another YouTube channel called Essie, a Child of Yahweh. So um, I'm so busy, right? I don't have time really. I'm busy and then I'm not busy. I don't know. I'm a night owl. So like right now it is 5:16 in the morning. I haven't even been to sleep yet. I really need to stop doing this. Because I want to get up earlier in the morning and start working. But I'm such a night owl. Um, I love being up all night watching YouTube, crocheting, sometimes talking on the phone to my mother because she has trouble sleeping sometimes. But I really need to stop this and get up early and get out there and make some money. But it seems like my best sleep is in the morning. I think I was scared to go to sleep earlier because I felt like it was always someone would come and bother me, or if I went to sleep earlier. So I would stay up until about us people start coming into the shopping center to go to work or carpool. Then I would feel safe enough to go to sleep. Excuse me. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so um I have the Etsy shop. So if you want to purchase anything, be my guest. And if you want to go look at my Bible study channel, Essie, a child of Yahweh, look at that too. I need to start posting more. That's what I was saying. I'm so busy, and with trying to do Uber and sometimes the gig, Instacart or whatever. Um, I'm just so busy, and it's like I like things to be like organized before I do. There's so much I have to do before I even start working, and then I need to when I do my Yahweh channel. I need my Bibles and I need to a topic what I want to talk about, and I need to look up scriptures, and it takes time. Also, my Crochet by Essie channel right now is just advertisement. Like I'm using that channel for advertisement for my Etsy shop. But eventually, I do want to start teaching, like doing tutorials and teaching people how to make things. A lot of things I can create myself. Like right now, I'm doing fingerless gloves, and I'm doing it in a double crochet stitch. I usually do it in a single crochet stitch, but sometimes the way I do it, it can get a little pricey. So I was like, I got to think of something I can do faster without all the little details, and I can sell it for cheaper. So I came up with a double crochet stitch for the fingerless gloves, but I haven't put them on Etsy yet. So I'm just trying to get a lot of colors made, colors I think that would sell, and then I will take pictures and list it on Etsy. But that's all I have to say for right now. I better get to sleep. I don't think I'm going to work today. Today is Tuesday, and I don't think I'm going to work. But I'm definitely going to get me some Popeye's chicken. That Tuesday special. So I get Popeye's chicken every Tuesday. The Tuesday special. Child, the prices of this food done got so high. Mm-mm. I used to get Popeyes anytime I wanted to, but Popeye's chicken done got so expensive. I'm like, this is not gold. The chicken is not gold. I don't know. I think it's the most expensive chicken out here now. So I can only go on Tuesday because I'm not paying that price. That's ridiculous. Man, imagine getting a two-piece combo or meal. No, it's a meal because it's one side. Getting a two-piece meal and you had somebody $20 and all you get back is $5 and some change. Uh-uh. So I'm going to let you guys go, and um, I'm going to be talking more on this channel. Well, I'm going to try. I ain't going to make no promises. All right. Talk to you later. Good night.